Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday, or good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. I hope you're doing amazing today. My name is Lauren. Welcome to the Musings with Lauryn show. And today I would like to talk a little bit about time management. So one of the things that I've talked about before is this need to plan your meals and how planning allows you to be more successful. So, that's kind of a woo-woo. It's not really super woo-woo, but it's like way up there. It's like, okay, yeah, Lauren, sure, plan. What does that really mean? So today I'd like to go into a little bit more detail. So there's three things I want to chat about with you today. The first one is, how do you handle appointments with important people? And important people, I put that in air quotes. How do you handle test taking when you're in school? And then lastly, what if you could do something in half the time? How would you handle it? So on this first point of appointments with important people, let's say it's your pastor, let's say it's your doctor, let's say it's your kid's teacher. What are you going to do? You make those appointments, right? You go there, you show up. Hey, Walter, you go there, you show up, and you're committed. You don't just say, oh, you know what, I don't feel like going to the school today to talk to the teacher. You may say that, you may feel that, but you're still going to go. You may not want to go to the doctor for your annual exam. Ladies, we may not want to go get a mammogram. Dudes, you may not want to go get your prostate checked, but you still go because it's important. So how do you treat yourself? Do you give yourself the same amount of credibility and importance as you do to these external people? Maybe you don't. So that's the first point on how do you handle appointments with important people. The second point is test taking in school. Let's say you're like, you know what, I'm so busy. I don't have time to grocery shop. I don't have time to plan my meals. I don't have time to cook. I don't have time. It's like, well, what about that quiz that you were taking when you were in school? At one point or another, we were all in school, and you have a finite amount of time in order to take that test. And so what do? You allot a certain amount of time to each question, and then you complete the test in the allotted time. So that's what I'm suggesting to you with regard to planning your meals. Allot a certain amount of time to actually planning what your meal is, planning when you're going to go to the grocery store, and planning when you're going to cook. Now, if you say, Lauren, again, I'm so busy, I can't do it for the whole week, then where are you? I want you to start where you are. I want you to get used to making those commitments to yourself and keeping them just like you do to these important people in your life. So if you are, just starting out, maybe you want to make a commitment to yourself for 1 hour. Just say, I just want you to sit down for 1 hour and say, all right, at 1 hour on Monday, I am going to sit down and I'm going to write something down. Maybe it's going to be Saturday, maybe Sunday. You pick what works for you. The important thing here is that you set a time on your calendar. So today, right after you watch this video, look at your calendar and say, all right, when can I find an hour? Okay, a half an hour where you put it in your calendar and say, at that time on that day, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to plan a meal. Maybe just plan one meal. If you're farther down the journey and you're already planning 1 and 2 meals a week, let's up that. Let's plan for 3 or 4 days. And what does that look like? And the key is going to be to stick to that plan, right? Because you're training yourself how to make yourself important and not let all this, oh, I'm so busy and all this stuff around the world keep you from meeting your goals and keeping your commitments to yourself. So the third point that I mentioned is, what if you could do the task in half the time? What if you didn't go through all your favorite cookbooks and try to find this fancy meal and have it be really pretty and so that you can have a beautiful picture? What if you just said, all right, I love chicken, I love fish, I love hamburger, whatever your protein is. What are some veggies you like? I post a lot about Rayo's pasta sauce. Maybe, someone posted yesterday, Caroline, that she loves spinach. What's your thing? Is it spinach? Is it kale? Is it pasta sauce? Pick a protein, pick a vegetable, and that's how you can plan your meal in half the time. Don't have to have it be all fancy. Don't need to have 10,000 spices. Just use, a spice blend that doesn't have any added salt or added sugar. So those are kind of the three things for time management to help you get to what we talked about last week, was planning and how planning is going to make you more successful, and also time management, which is today's title, so that you are making commitments to yourself. You're not letting, oh, I'm so busy, get in the way and keeping you from reaching your goal, but you're using the time you have, just like when you were in school, or if you still are, when you were given a quiz, and it's like, okay, you got 10 minutes to do this quiz, or 20 minutes, and at the end, pencils down. I don't have pencils, I got a lip gloss, but yeah, you understand the point, so pencils down. So the last thing I want to do is I want to just go back to this homework that I'm giving you, which is make a plan. Commit to, if you're going to spend a half an hour, are you going to spend an hour? What day? I would like for you at the end of this video to put it on your calendar when you are going to sit down and commit to yourself, hey, you know what? I do need to plan meals. I've been kind of slack on that. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm committing to do it Saturday at 1 p.m., Saturday at 8 a.m., Saturday at 9:30, and just do it. Just spend that finite amount of time that you feel comfortable with, and let's build on that. So we got to start where we are. I'm not saying you got to plan the whole week and go grocery shopping and do all the things, but I do want you to get in the habit of keeping commitments to yourself, just like you keep commitments to those important people in your life. All right? So on that note, I want to wish you an amazing day. I want to wish you optimal health and bountiful wellness. I'll see you next Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.